What's up, y'all? Let's do this. Oh, hi guys, welcome to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host, and today I want to talk about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial and also about the NPR article about the new Boston mayor. But before we go any further, guys, if you guys love Nikki's World so much, please consider donating a cup of coffee because, seriously, guys, for a price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, guys, you guys help keep this podcast show alive. You guys help me curate more stories and more topics like this to talk about. I also accept Bitcoin donations. I'm also on Locals if you guys want to support and sponsor this podcast show. If you guys love Nikki's World so much, please hit that like, subscribe. Please give me a review, good, bad, and the ugly. And before we get this show on the road, literally, guys, if you guys love this episode and any of my other episodes on Nikki's World, please consider sharing this across all the social media platforms that are out there today. Woo! Okay, guys, got the formalities out of the way. I've been away from podcasting a little bit because I've been busy at work. It's the holiday time, so which means at this time of the year, everybody's buying their gifts and wanting their gifts delivered on time during the holidays, and a lot of businesses are doing like Black Friday sales. So we've been getting hammered and ready for that. So I apologize if I hadn't been up to date in podcasting with y'all, but as you know, the times are here. You know, it's the holidays, and I got to get stuff done. You know, so. Anyway, guys, I do want to talk about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, and I do want to give my informal opinion about it, because I do want to say this, guys, and I will say this. I firmly believe what Kyle Rittenhouse did is innocent, okay? He had a legal right to defend himself. He was put in a situation where two people wanted to attack him and shoot him, okay? And he stood his ground and shot him in self-defense, whereas the left wants to call him a mass murderer and they want to attack him for defending himself, okay? And you know what's kind of funny, guys? The two people that Kyle Rittenhouse shot and killed, one of them was basically like this. One of them was a convicted pedophile who just recently got out of prison. The other one was a convicted felon who shouldn't be allowed to own a gun in the first place. Okay? So it just goes to show the left prioritizes criminals, thugs, and pedophiles over basically citizens who stand up for themselves, who basically stand up for their rights and basically have self-defense rights. The problem is, guys, the left hates you if you defend yourself. They hate you if you basically take up arms and defend and protect yourself, your home, and your property. They hate that. That's why the left demonizes anyone who defends themselves, because the left loves victims and they cater to criminals. That's simply put, guys. That is simply what is going on in this country right now, because the left loves and caters to criminals. They love to and cater thugs who basically bully, like intimidate, and try to make you a victim instead of a victor. That's why like this. What Kyle Rittenhouse did is in self-defense. He had a right to defend himself. He had a right to protect himself. His life was in danger on that day. So what he did was when two people were attacking him and they tried to take his AR-15 away from him, he shot him in self-defense. He had every legal right, because basically he felt his life was in danger. And as a result, he had every right to defend himself and every right to protect himself. Now, I know there are leftists out there who will try to say, he doesn't have a right to protect himself. He doesn't have a right to carry an AR-15. That's a weapon of war. Bullshit. That's because the leftist soy boys who probably drink like soy milk and piss all over, probably listen to communist news networks, or probably listen to like the leftist thugs and the basically the communist news network or the communist propaganda machine. The fact of the matter is, guys, Kyle Rittenhouse is most likely gonna like basically get away with it. He's probably gonna get off not guilty. I got a high probability that he's gonna get off not guilty. And it's kind of funny? The left is already right now like intimidating the jury into trying to get them to say he's guilty. They're basically it's basically like intimidation. It's like the same how they intimidated voters into voting for the illegitimate president. They're doing that to the jury right now. And in my view, that's criminal. And I think like this. What they should have done with the jury was sequester them on a military base. Have them like stay over on a military base so they don't have to be intimidated by the jury. I mean, not intimidated by the jury, intimidated by the mob. So what would happen is like this, guys. The jury would be sequestered on a military base. The media and the left would not have any way of trying to get to the jury because they'd be guarded by MPs. And the MPs don't take shit from no one. And if the left tried to walk onto the military base without ID or authorization, they'd be arrested and thrown in prison within a half a second. That's why, guys. That's why it's like this. The judge should have had the jury sequestered on a military base. He should have. He should have had them sequestered and basically kept under 24-hour guard. So that way the jury won't be intimidated. The problem is right now is that you have the left who is trying to intimidate the jury and try to intimidate them into getting them to vote that he's guilty. Because you know why? Because the left hates you. The left hates you for defending yourself. The left hates you for standing your ground. They really do. They hate you with a passion. They hate you. They hate you with gusto and everything. They really do. The left really hates people who defend themselves, who basically like stands their ground. They hate gun owners. That's why the left loves to make everyone a victim. Because they believe in victim ideology and victimhood. But they hate it when you stand your ground, when you protect yourself, and when you fucking defend yourself. They hate that. They seriously do. That's why, guys, I will say this. Kyle Rittenhouse is not guilty. What Kyle Rittenhouse is guilty of is destroying the prosecutor's career. Pretty much. But in my wholehearted opinion, what he did was self-defense. That once the judge saw that video, he should have threw out the case and said, nope, that's self-defense grounds. Bye. Next. Should have done that. But now today, you had like the media, especially the misinformation network, like trying to get pictures of the jury, trying to follow the jury wherever they fucking go, because they want to manipulate the jury into calling Kyle Rittenhouse guilty. You know, this is why I think like this. The judge should have thrown the media out. The media should not be allowed. Period. Only cameras. That's it. Only the cameraman. But the media, the reporters, thrown out. Period. That's what I look at it. But to me, the left wants to burn cities down because they don't like how they want things their way. It's basically like this. They have a little temper tantrum like a 5-year-old when they don't get things their damn way. And that's what they behave. That's what these rioters are. That's what these rioters, protesters are. They're a bunch of little 5-year-olds who act like little kids, who think that, oh, I get to do whatever I want. I get to do this. I get to do that. I get to do this. If I don't get to do this, I'm gonna throw a temper tantrum. I'm gonna like break everything and all this shit. We should pull the Giuliani rule on all these protesters. You have a constitutional right to protest, but the minute you step out of line, you go to jail. Next person goes to jail, and then so on and so on and so on. I don't care if we fill up the prisons with leftist protesters. They can cry, hoot, holler, have a temper tantrum, but when you start misbehaving and acting like a little kid, and you wanna have your temper tantrum because you're not getting your way. It's time to put the big boy pants on and start acting like an adult. That's why, guys. That's why I say like this, guys. You have these BLM thugs and these like Antifa thugs. They want to riot, burn the cities to the ground because they're not getting their damn way. Well, too fucking damn bad. Too fucking damn bad. I go like this. Everybody should come out armed. Because you know why? It would make the left think twice. And the reason why it would make the left think twice is because it would make them like think before they want to do something stupid, because all we got to do is go like this. You want to do it? I have my AR. I have my pistol. Do it. See what happens. All I got to say is self-defense. That's why it's like this. That's why it's like this. If I were the Kenosha Police Department, I would put a blockade around the entire city. All the entrances to the city, I would put a police officer there. and I would make sure that the left doesn't get in. I would say, if you're not a city resident of Kenosha, Wisconsin, nope, bye. If you don't have any legitimate business in the city, bye. I would do that. I would put a blockade and make sure they don't enter. I would do that. I would do that so fast that way the leftist mobs can't enter. And then I would put checkpoints in around the city, making sure they don't that these bricks don't mysteriously show up. I would say like this, and then I would have the cops check all the trucks coming into the city. I say, you have bricks, they would be parked right next to the police officer, and they wouldn't be taken. Simple as that. That's why, guys. That's why I say like this, guys. I say this. We desperately need to take back this country. We need to go on the offense. We really do, guys. I really stress that very much. I really stress that we need to go on the offense. The left has been like trying to hammer us like left and right, but I go like this. It's time that people need to go on the offense. It's time that people really need to start fighting back. They really do, man. They really do, because I'm tired how the left like constantly threatens to loot, riot, burn cities and towns to the ground if they don't get their damn way. Like, they want to hang Kyle Rittenhouse. They want to convict him politically and socially because he didn't become a victim like they want him to. Where instead he stood his ground and basically protected himself. That's why I kind of sit there and go like this. The left hates you because you stand up for yourself. You basically protect yourself. You have self-defense rights. They hate you for that. And the left loves victimhood. They love having you a victim. That's why they don't like the idea of you standing your ground and protecting yourself, and they basically want you helpless. That's the ultimate goal. If you ever want to know why all these riots, these looting, these protests, because they want to intimidate you. They want to make you live in fear, because they don't want like people who protect themselves and who defend themselves. They don't like that. So they want you to live in fear of your life. And that's what's going on in this country. That's why the left basically is addicted to fear porn, and they're so much in love with fear, because they want you to live in fear instead of you being a victor and you standing up for your God-given constitutional rights in this country. That's why the left hates you. That's why out of all these riots, protests, looting, burning, and all this, they are doing it because they are having a temper tantrum like a 5-year-old, because they were never taught that things will never go your way no matter how hard you try. It's as simple as that. It is. It's basically what it is. It's what it is. It is what it is, guys. It is, guys. But I'll say this. I'll say this, guys. I know, like this. Looking at all the evidence and all the video, Kyle Rittenhouse is going to walk out a free man. The left may not like it because they hate you for defending yourself. They hate you for standing up for yourself. They hate you because you're a constitutional carrying, law-abiding gun owner who protects your life, your property, okay, and your freedom. They hate that. They simply do. The left hates that with a passion. Okay, so let's not like sugarcoat this. The left hates you because they hate the fact that you're standing up for yourself. You basically have self-defense rights that they want to get rid of. Okay, so pretty much, guys, if you want to boil down this Kyle Rittenhouse trial, it's a trial of self-defense. It's a trial of basically you being able to defend yourself if you feel your life's in danger. Basically, that's what it is. And if you want to know who the left calls martyrs and heroes, it's the ones that Kyle Rittenhouse shot and killed. One of them, which I believe was a convicted felon and basically a pedophile. So he did the taxpayers a favor by getting rid of the pedophile that the Democrats are calling a hero. And the other one that they're calling a hero is that the one he shot that had the gun, which turned out that he is a convicted felon who was not allowed to carry a gun, which meant that he could cop another charge for being a convicted felon carrying a gun. Okay? So that there is all you need to know about the left in this country. The left celebrates and coddles criminals. They coddle like people who are convicted felons, who are pedophiles, and who loot, riot, burn, and who basically committed crimes. That's who the left celebrates and idolizes. And that's all you need to know about the leftists in this country. And that's all you ever need to know about them. Okay? So anyway, guys, I'm done talking about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. I know I said my $2 worth, but one thing I do want to talk about also is that article from the New York Post about how the NPR said the most racist thing about the new mayor of Boston, Massachusetts, who happens to be Asian American. When I read this article out of the New York Post, I was livid that the left can be so racist that it's unfucking believable. It really is, guys. The left is showing how much of a racist they really are when you look at how they talk about this Asian American woman who is their mayor of Boston, Massachusetts, and how they said, "Oh, I wish we had a black person who's mayor." So it seems like this. The left would rather coddle and cater to the black community, but then they flip around and say, "Oh no, we got to stop Asian hate crimes and all this." But then they hate on Asians because the Asian American community is so successful because they work hard. You know what I mean? Because they have a hard working ethic. Because they don't ask for a handout. We don't ask for help. That we work our ass off just to get to where we want to be. Basically, guys, the leftists in America think that black people can't be successful, that they need white liberals to help them. And they hate Asian Americans like myself who is an Asian American, who is successful, and who works damn well hard to get to where I want to be in life. Pretty much, guys. Pretty much the entire liberal left hates successful people, and they think that black people can't get anywhere without the help of white upper class liberals. That is what the modern left is all about in America. That is pretty much what the modern left in the United States of America is all about. They hate the fact that Asian Americans are so successful, that Asian Americans work their ass off in whatever field or endeavor they want to do. They hate that. They hate successful people. That's why the left hates people like me. I'm Asian American myself, by the way. They hate people like me because, you know why? They hate the fact that I work hard. I'm successful. I learn to think for myself. I don't become a victim. I don't. They hate that. That's why they hate people like me who are so successful, who are basically way ahead of everyone. They hate that. That's why the left basically wants to destroy successful people. They want to destroy people like me who are so successful at where we are. That's why it's kind of funny how the left, they all preach about, oh, we need to stop Asian hate crimes. We need to stop Asian hate crimes. But then they flip around and then they get mean and nasty to Asian Americans who are successful. What does that tell you in this country? What does that tell you? It tells you that the left is mentally unstable. The left is so schizophrenic. The left is basically insane. They are insane because they hate people like you and I who are successful. They hate you and I for working hard. They hate that. They hate hard workers. They hate people like me who work hard, who don't ask for a handout, who basically basically are successful in whatever field or endeavor we're in. They hate that. And that shows with the Boston mayor. During the municipal election, she was running against 2 or 3 black candidates, and the voters of the city of Boston chose her over the black candidates. And then NPR had to go online and tweet that, oh, I wish we had a black mayor in Boston. It just goes to show, man. The left hates successful people. They hate success, and they would rather reward mediocrity. They would rather reward laziness instead of hard work and success. That's all you need to know about the left in this country, guys. That pretty much is all you need to know. All you need to know is they hate lazy people. They hate you for being lazy. They hate you for being successful. And for me as an Asian American, I know the left hates my ass because I learned to think for myself. I have common sense. I work hard and I'm successful. They hate that. They pretty much do, guys. The left hates you for being successful. And it's funny that they do. And it's funny that they hate you for that. That's why I never understand the left, man. Why would you hate hard work? Why would you hate success? Why would you hate people who basically work hard, is successful, and doesn't ask for a handout and basically works at it, and is determined. I guess they don't like successful people. I guess so. Must be why the left, man, they must not like people who put their time, their effort, their sleep, who probably never worked a day in their damn life. I feel sorry for these people, man. I really do, man. I feel sorry for them, man. They never worked a day in their life. They never achieved and accomplished something. That's why they probably hated that Boston mayor who's Asian American, because she worked hard, successful, and accomplished many things that like they hate the most. They pretty much, man. I feel sorry for the left, man. I feel sorry for them, man. They probably never learned a thing about hard work, success, and achievement and accomplishment. They probably never learned about those things. Yeah, man. They probably never. I feel sorry for them, man. Yeah, I do, man. They never learned about hard work, achievement, accomplishments. They never learned anything about how to be successful in whatever field or endeavor that you want to do in life. Yeah. It just goes to show, man. It just goes to show how schizophrenic the left is. Okay? And that's all you need to know about them, man. They're clearly mentally insane, mentally unstable, and they're most likely schizophrenic. All right? So, anyway, guys, thanks for listening to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host. I will see y'all soon. Bye for now.